this beautiful girl was born in September of 2005 for the 2006 model year. It's basically an LS2 C6 Corvette, and it's got some go fast parts. Now, a few years ago, this car came in and it already had a small cam in it. The cam was most likely chosen to go with the factory torque converter limit. A couple years ago, we ended up putting a stall converter in there from, I believe it was a Yank 3600, and now we're going to make some use of it. So we're going to start off by taking all this apart. We got a new cam to go in with some custom specs, so stay tuned. Got the coolant pretty much drained. I don't normally take that plug out, but I had to because it wouldn't actually flow. And I can't reach the top because I left my ladder at the house to uncork the top. So we were fighting a little bit of resistance. Just took the whole plug out, and we're just about drained up. LS1 engines, easy to work on? Yes. Aftermarket hose clamps. It's made to look like anodized fittings that are just worm gear clamps. Pain in the ass. Got our tour down. If you look inside the engine bay here, we've got the valve covers off. All the push rods are out of it, so getting ready to take the camshaft out. And then we will spin the cam before we do, and then place locking rods in there to keep the lifters up, swap the cam over, install a new timing set, then we can put the front cover back on. I will be upgrading the rocker arms to the Comp trunnion roller bearings, so you'll see that coming up. So there's the factory cam, and we're going to be replacing it. Something a little bit more lumpier. Hard really to tell, but these lobes are actually wider and taller. So we'll get these 243 heads to really start screaming. little update. We're changing out the original ones, which are these guys, and on to these two pack springs. So I got them swapped out. Gonna be working my way up. Basically what you do is you hook up shop air through the spark plug hole. It holds the valves up so that way you can take the retainers and the springs out. Also changing out the seals. Got this pack kit, came with an intake seal and exhaust seal, which is nice. They're premium seals. You have an individual seal for the hot exhaust as well as the cool intake. So both of them are operating slightly differently. One's sucking, one's blowing. The exhaust is blowing. So yeah, we'll get this changed out. We got a lot more to go. We got to do the other side. Cam's in. She's all buttoned up. I degreed her and came in at 108 center line. You guys, she's back together. Clean the air filter. Look at all this dirt that came out of this thing. And that's a 10 right there. That's a lot of dirt. So we got the battery over there on charge. So we're gonna keep this thing getting charged up overnight, and then we'll be back at it tomorrow to do this thing's first start after some fresh fluids. But yeah, she's looking good. Alright, so everything's buttoned up on this car, so we're going to do the first start. Done the tuning on this thing, luckily, because it crazy storm just started, but I'm gonna leave it on these stands until tomorrow. But yeah, got her all buttoned up and tuned on it. Came out really well. Put those annoying hoses back on. They go on a lot easier than they come off, I'll tell you. But I'll tell you I'll tell you what, Bobby. Alright, so it's been sitting out here for a little bit. Yeah, she's looking good. Let's pop this thing open and do a cold start test. First cold start test. Should be a little higher than normal. Let's see. Hey, not bad. No idle surge. Idling around 1,000. That's not bad. A little lower than I would imagine, but much lower, actually. Yeah, it's probably about 70 something. Don't want to rev it too high. Doesn't stall out. Idle control takes over. Yeah, let's get that cold start. Let's get that cold start, boy. I mean, I'll be honest with you, this This exhaust is extremely quiet.